It was a Victoria man's dream to climb Mount Everest, but he barely escaped with his life. Tonight, he is fortunate to be telling an incredible story of survival on one of the deadliest weeks in the history of the world's highest peak. CTV's Christina Stevens reports.
No matter how many weeks of training he did at lower elevations of Everest, nothing could have prepared Victoria's Chris Dare for what he faced on summit day.
I personally thought that I was in danger myself of dying up there.
He was in the death zone far longer than he should have been. After waiting out weather delays, all the teams on the Tibet side, where Dare was, had tried for the summit around the same time, creating dangerous bottlenecks, leaving climbers exposed and running out of oxygen. Dare says his Sherpa Nehru saved his life.
He pushed me and kept me going down that rock face back to Camp 3 because I was ready to just almost lay down and die.
He was one of the first ones back.
Knowing that my friends were still up there and had been exposed longer than myself and had not come back to camp yet, that hurt. Couldn't move because I was so exhausted and my friends were in danger.
As he shivered through the night, sharing one tank of oxygen with two others, climbers started stumbling in. One had run out of oxygen and was saved by an unknown Sherpa. Then word another climber was alive but stuck. So their team leader went out by himself and carried the freezing climber down.
If he didn't go up there, she'd be dead for sure.
They knew the last member of their team had turned back early and already descended to a lower camp. But in the morning, they found out their friend, Kevin Hines, had died in the night.
We're all in tears at all different points. And at the same time, we were descending down to advanced base camp.
It made Dare's summit bittersweet.
It's hard because, I lost a friend up there. Was it worth it? I lost a friend. I'm not really sure.
What he is sure about is that heroes saved more lives than were lost in a terrible time on Everest.
All you hear about is long lineups, inexperienced climbers, death, right? But there's so many more stories out there that show the human potential and what people can do when they're really down and out.
He believes those are the most important stories.
Christina, while all of this was going on across the world, Chris Dare's family on the island must have been beside themselves.
Well, you can only imagine how worried they were as he was summiting after hearing about other deaths on the mountain. But the fear for Dare's wife and his parents didn't end even after he summited and called them. He was still at the highest camp and not sure he'd make it down.
And he said, "I'm stuck at Camp 3, I'm still here, and I can't get out. I'm too exhausted, and I'm out of oxygen and water, and I just lost it at work."
He has returned safely to base camp. Dare's Everest summit completes his 9-year quest for the 7 summits. That's a mountaineering challenge in which climbers get to the tallest peak on each continent. He did it to inspire others and to raise money for BC Children's Hospital through the Summits of Hope program. He expects to be back home in Victoria by the weekend.
Okay, glad to hear it. Christina Stevens reporting live tonight. Thank you.